G'day guys, today we're going to be showing you how to make a simple rig to chase everything from whiting, herring, skippy to really any other bread and butter species off the beach with using a bit of burley and putting it in your favour a little bit. Okay, and what you're going to need to make this rig is simply this: 30-pound leader, a length of roughly 2 metres, some sinkers with the burley cage on it, some owner chemically sharpened long shank hooks, and a tiny little rolling swivel, which I don't know whether you can see. Now this is as simple as it's going to get. I'm going to make this rig that basic that anyone can tie it. So we're going to start off with the little rolling swivel on top, okay? And I'm sorry we're not using really high visible line for this, but you're going to get the drift. So we're going to go through and we're just going to tie a 3-turn uni onto the top of that, as you can see, down to the little swivel. Lube it up, because we know how important lube is, boys. Cut off your tag end, okay, and that's that done. Now a lot of you already know how to tie all sorts of loop knots, but I'm going to show you the easiest loop knot you can tie. Now this loop knot would not be suitable for really large fish that are going to pull super hard, but if you need to go quick on the beach and you need to get a line in the water, then this is fine. So we're just going to create a loop knot. So we double our line up like that, so we've got a big loop there. We see how we've created a loop there, so all we're doing is we just push and it creates a loop. And we're going to go through that loop once, twice, 3 times. Okay, and all we're going to do is just gently pull him up. Okay, we're gently pulling him up, as you can see. Lubricate it, and there we go, he's pulled up, he's ready to go. So it's a nice little knot now, and what that's given us is a beautiful little dropper loop. What we're going to do, we're going to do that again down the line. Okay, we're going to go around, so ready, there it is, once, twice, 3 times through. Pull it up nice and gently. You don't rip this line because you'll cause a chafe and all sorts of stuff. Lube it up before you pull it tight, and there you go, you've got another nice little knot. Right, this is as easy as it gets. Now we're going to work out how long we want it from the bottom loop to the sinker. I reckon, I don't know, what's that, 35-40 centimeters. We'll chop that off. Make sure you throw the rest of that line back in the car, guys, because you do not want that stuff floating around. Pull one of our burley sinkers out, there it is, and we're going to tie that to the bottom of the rig. Now you don't need me to show you this knot, it's just a 3-turn uni knot as per normal. It's what we always tie. It's quick, it's easy, it's reliable. Sure, there's a lot of other knots on the market that you can tie, but this one here works very well for us. So there you go, as you can see, 3-turn uni, lube her up, pull her down. Cutting the tag end isn't too important off that, but helpful. So now we've got a rig. Sort of. We've got our swivel, 1 loop, 2 loop, sinker. But we're not going to leave the loops as loops like this. In fact, we're going to chop one end. Now what I find is I like leaving a fairly large tag end on there. Okay, and there we've got a massive dropper, as you can see. Now that's a bit long, so we trim it down to where we want it. Okay, I've roughly left about 15 centimeters on. And then we're going to put our first long shank hook on. Now any knot here will do, but you know what I'm going to say, 3-turn uni. 1, 2, 3, and we're done. There we go, pull it tight. Don't use your teeth like I did, kids. Bad. You'll need a dentist. Trim that tag end nice and light there, and we're going to do the same thing on the top. Okay, so as you can see, we've got 1 dropper there, sinker, dropper, still a double dropper there, which we're going to go to single. Now if you really don't want to cut these droppers, guys, you don't have to. You can leave them as a loop and then just loop your hook on. Now I like leaving the top dropper a little bit longer. Now the reason I like doing that is It still keeps it in the vicinity of the bottom fish, but then the top dwelling fish will still have a crack at it as well. I find it a little more versatile, okay? Now, once again, this rig is all about you just doing you. Lube it up, pull it tight, cut the line. Now, even with me waffling along, guys, there is a perfectly functional hook, sinker, swivel in under probably 4 minutes. Now, I suppose you quickly ask yourself, you're going, well, Brendan, you haven't explained why you use that sinker. This sinker is a great all-round sinker. Not only will it work primarily as just a sinker, however, if you're using burley and you need the fish to really come onto your baits, you put your burley in the palm of your hand, sinker in the palm of your hand, close up. Push, 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 push. And what will happen is the burley will stay in this cage here and the fish will come to your baits. So these are actually a really good sinker if you're on the beach and you need to bring the fish to you. Keep in mind they can also have the effect of bringing all the toadfish or blowies in and all the unwanted guests in as well. But that's all right, that's the risk you've got to take. Now guys, this rig, as I said, will catch almost anything that swims. Absolutely. Those loop knots are quick, simple and easy, and it's something that anyone could tie, because a lot of people, when they're getting into some of the more advanced dropper loops, they lose their way and not have so much fun. Well guys, I hope this real quick rig tutorial helps you out and gets you on the beach. Right, get into the fish, guys. Let me know how you go in the comments below, because I'd love to hear if this rig has worked for you, and we'll see you on the next episode. See you later.